CHYM 96.7 presents the John Tesh Radio Show. Intelligence for your life.
My name is John Tesh. This is Intelligence for Your Life, and here we go. Are you ready for a major mood boost? Just give strength training a try if you haven't been doing that. This is the recommendation of a joint study between Ireland's University of Limerick and the Karolinska Institute in Stockholm. They reviewed more than 30 medical studies on depression. Here's the result. Study participants displayed significant improvements in mood as effective as prescription antidepressants after they began regular strength training, like lifting weights, doing squats and burpees, even lifting their body weight up by doing pull-ups. That's because this is the John Tesh Radio Show on CHYM 96.7. Here we go with more science on coffee. Coffee makes us smarter, better, and faster. Researchers from UC Santa Barbara, they recently tested the mental and physical effects of caffeinated coffee, which they call, quote, a super serum. And here are the immediate benefits of downing just one cup of coffee. First of all, you'll work more quickly. Coffee speeds up your reaction time, so you can follow a train of thought more quickly, translate those thoughts into words or actions more quickly. Coffee improves our vision. It dilates your pupils, allowing more light to reach your retina. That allows you to better differentiate shapes like faces in a room, letters on a page, slides on a screen. Another benefit from a single cup of caffeinated coffee, we take in more oxygen with each breath. The additional oxygen flows from your bloodstream into your brain, improving its overall performance. And then the caffeine in coffee also increases our adrenaline, which boosts the immune system. CHYM 96.7, I'm John Tesh. Thanks for having us on. Just checking in here, are you or somebody you know having trouble finding true love? Somebody may be accidentally crashing the plane before it leaves the gate. Here are a few things experts say could make you appear less attractive to others. First, your spelling and grammar aren't up to par. So a study of 9,000 people by the dating website Zoosk found most adults have rejected a potential match simply because of bad grammar, poor spelling, or missing punctuation in their dating profile. The fix? Pretty easy on this one. Always check the spelling and grammar on your dating profile. There's no excuse. You can check it online. Next, watch your table manners. Dating expert Suhari Gonzalez was crazy about a man she was dating until they met for lunch, and he chewed like a wild animal with his mouth open. Needless to say, there was no next date. Another path to finding true love, make sure you speak up about your hobbies or your...
The John Tesh Radio Show on CHYM 96.7, Kitchener's Christmas music station.
All right, let's have a quick conversation with Gib Gerard, and we're going to talk about food journals. Gib, apparently, according to the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, you can lose 6 pounds just by keeping a journal. They say if you input what you eat right after you eat it, you'll be more aware of what you put into your mouth than if you wait until the end of the day and try to think back about all the food you consumed.
It's 100% true. One is you're going to see a running total of how much you're actually eating. And by the way, most of us severely underestimate the number of calories that we take in a given day. I don't care how adept you are at knowing your nutrition. Most of us were just really bad. We think, oh yeah, it's only 1,500 calories. Turns out you had 15,000. I mean, right. It's really, really bad. Sure, yeah. The other thing is when you add another barrier to snacking, when you just say, okay, if I have to write down that I had 2 cups of...
CHYM 96.7.
All right, here's a power tip for keeping your grandparents alive and upright well through their 90s. Make sure the thermostat is turned up if grandma and grandpa are visiting your place. That's because we now know that cold temperatures increase the likelihood of falls. It's a fact that our muscles function best above a certain temperature. That becomes even more pronounced with age, by the way. In a recent study, when a group of 70-year-olds were left sitting in a chilly room for just 45 minutes, strength testing revealed they had a huge reduction in their leg strength, and it was enough to hamper their ability to catch themselves if they were falling or unstable. What's the ideal temperature for your awesome senior citizen members? Anything below 60 degrees will adversely affect. CHYM 96.7. Listen on your smart speaker or chimefm.com. I'm John Tesh. John Tesh with you. I'm sure you've heard of secondhand smoke, of course, but now did you know there's secondhand drinking? This was new for me. According to a new report in the Journal of Studies on Alcohol and Drugs, the ill effects of alcohol impact 1 in 5 people, not from drinking themselves, but from other people drinking. Now, the report calls it, quote, a significant public health issue. For the study, nearly 9,000 adults were asked whether they experienced any of the 10 types of harm caused by somebody who had been drinking alcohol in the past 12 months. And the damages included everything from traffic accidents to abuse, marital problems, property damage, and financial issues. The two most common negative effects of secondhand drinking are... You're listening to CHYM 96.7. I'm John Tesh. As you know, in fairy tales and Disney movies, step-parents are often characterized as evil and abusive, right? In fact, it's such a common theme, it has a name, the Cinderella effect. But there's good news if you're among the estimated 5 million North Americans who have a step-parent. Your upbringing was probably better because of it. That's compared to kids who went through the death of a parent or a divorce and their parent never remarried. Now, this study was done by the University of East Carolina, which reviewed more than 50 years of data on nearly 500,000 kids. Psychologists say divorce and death can obviously trigger significant emotional trauma in kids, and that's the case whether or not a step-parent comes into the family. But the data is clear on this. When a parent remarries, the step-kids actually live longer, healthier, and happier lives. Experts say, don't miss this, it boils down to the fact that step-kids have two loving parents in the house. It offers more stability, which has CHYM 96.7. It's the John Tesh Radio Show. Get ready to add years to your life and to have a happier life. Growing research is telling us this is as simple as walking next door and talking to your neighbors. That's it. A new Pew Research survey found that half of us don't even know our neighbors' names right now. And if you do know a neighbor's name and wave when you see them, most adults say they rarely ever hang out and talk to their neighbors. Researchers say this could be a problem considering all the studies that show a stronger social circle helps us have a deeper sense of well-being and a happier mood. Plus, when your social circle includes neighbors, sociologist Eric Kleinberg says you're significantly more likely to survive health emergencies and natural disasters. Also, check this out.
Intelligence for your life. This is the John Tesh Radio Show.
On CHYM 96.7.
John Tesh and Gib Gerard. And Gib, we now know that the light in a room will affect our mood. This makes perfect sense, of course. And here's the details on this. The brighter the light, the stronger your emotions will be. I never thought about this. Research from the University of Toronto saying, keep the lights bright if you want to tell your partner how much you love them. Dim the lights if you're arguing. A darker room will help you both calm down. I'm going to need a remote.
Well, yeah, with certain relationships, you need to just have the little dimmer switch on your phone so you can just kind of dial it in based on what's being said and who's talking. But look, this is just one of like the 900 things we talk about where we really are simple creatures, aren't we? Like these little things, like the brightness of the light in the room, absolutely has a direct correlation with the intensity of the...
Here's some bread intelligence, and this one surprised me. Betsy Chase and her researchers found this for us. Did you know there's something that makes bread taste awesome? It's how much you have to chew it. Yeah, scientists can now tell us chewy bread is better tasting than any other bread. Chewy bread. This comes from a new study in the Journal of Agriculture and Food Chemistry. French researchers. This is CHYM 96.7, and I'm John Tesh. Thanks for plugging in. You're listening to Intelligence for Your Life. My name is John Tesh, and here we go real quickly with a very easy way to boost your immune system. Just play a game, something like Scrabble or Rummy Cube. According to a UCLA study, our body sees competition, even from a little board game, as something it might need to defend itself against. That increases immune cell function in your body. So immune cells move more quickly into the bloodstream where they spread throughout your body, which protects you from illness-causing pathogens. Yes. The easy way to boost your immune system? Play a game with the ones you love.
IFYL. Intelligence for your life.
Coming up, CHYM 96.7. Listen on your smart speaker or chimefm.com. I'm John Tesh. Okay, parents, grandparents, students, it's normal to challenge our kids to study hard and try to earn all A's in school, of course. But in case your kid is a B student, or like me, a B- student, you don't need to worry. It means they have what it takes to become a great leader someday, and we're going to prove it. This is according to a brand new study of West Point graduates. Researchers tracked the grades military academy students earned and compared them to the careers students got into after graduating to see if any patterns jumped out. The result, while many of the A students went on to have successful careers as engineers, teachers, and scientists, for example, a significantly high number of B students went on to become great business leaders, often in charge of leading teams of thousands of people. When researchers dug into their data, they found the A students were incredibly smart, but their superior intelligence often made it harder for others to relate to them. So they were best suited for jobs requiring them to work alone. But with B students, researchers found a better balance of brains and, quote, people skills.
Intelligence for your life. This is the John Tesh Radio Show on CHYM 96.7.
You're listening to CHYM 96.7. I'm John Tesh. All right, my friends, if your brain could use a boost right now, I'm going to share the foods to eat to improve your memory, sharpen your concentration, help you come up with wittier comebacks even. This comes from the book, The Thinking Man's Diet. What a great book and very popular. First, if you have a meeting with your boss, eat a handful of raisins. Wow. Raisins, as it turns out, are full of boron, and USDA tests found that people who consumed a lot of boron did better on attention and memory tests. You can also find boron in apples and nuts.
The John Tesh Radio Show on CHYM 96.7.
So get from our dating and relationship files, and boy, I find this fascinating. So experts from Purdue are saying if you're walking for exercise, you may want to ditch your romantic partner and go solo, because couples who walk together for exercise, they may not get the health boost, because when both partners are walking together, the study found that partners slow down because they're always holding hands.
Yes. And you also want to slow, you don't want to be the one that's like pushing the pace. There's too many.
Here it is. You've been waiting for this. The power of the nap. Research shows taking a nap boosts our memory, improves mental performance, and reduces stress. But is there a magic number for the ideal length of time for a nap? Yes, here it is, 26 minutes. This is according to NASA researchers who conducted rigorous tests to ensure sleepy pilots wouldn't put their planes and passengers at risk. The result? Pilots who took a 26-minute power nap in the cockpit woke up 54% more alert and showed a 34% improvement in job performance. But the researchers say we must stick to a nap that's under half an hour. More than that, and your body will enter the deeper phases of sleep, making it harder to wake up, and it will leave you groggier longer once you do. But don't stress if you close your eyes for a nap and you can't sleep, because according to the National Sleep Foundation, just resting quietly with your eyes closed recharges your batteries. They call it, quote, quiet wakefulness. Bottom line, cat naps and this quiet wakefulness have been shown to boost our brain power. CHYM 96.7, I'm John Tesh. Thanks for having us on.
CHYM 96.7.